Hi guys, it's Nigel at 𝘀𝗲𝗿𝗶 Estate Agents, and I just want to welcome you to my February market comment 2024. It's an interesting time because sales are up at last. From last year 23 to this year 24, when we looked at January, the actual overall picture that the sales went up by about 14.8%, which is good news. And other indicators are also up, which is encouraging. And I think the tumbling mortgage rates, or the rates that have come down slightly, have helped encourage the market to be a little bit buoyant and a bit more confident, which is always the case. Confidence is key. It is a different market. It's going back to a very seasonalized, normal market. We've been mentioning this before about vanilla and very samey, which we like. And this is where buyers and sellers can start to have a meeting of minds. We've seen viewing ratios go up for January, obviously instructions, and then some agents, including us, are doing a bit of business as well. And the key part of this, especially with sellers, and a lot of you will be sellers, 81% of you will then turn into buyers. So it's really important, this, because when new stock comes onto the market, there'll be more choice. That means prices won't go up, they'll go down. But it means people will be a bit more discerning, or they'll be a bit more choosier in terms of the properties they look at, because they might have 5 or 6 to compare with, whereas before we didn't have that. Now, the art of pricing is very important, because you've got to make it as attractive and as bullish at the same time as you can as a seller. And of course, as a buyer, you're going to be a bit more discerning. So whatever you don't make up on your sales, sometimes you make up on your purchase. There's a nice even balance with it. So, the message is quite clear. I mean, the first sight of a swallow doesn't mean it's summer, right? So I'm a bit cautious about how things are at the moment. There's still uneasy events across the world, but that's out of our hands. What I'm seeing in Melksham is an encouraging sign, and I thought that'd be the case up to, say, the mid-term point, half-year point. And I still think, as long as these politicians don't mess it up, I think we're going to find that, that base rate comes down. And remember, everything is linked from A to B. So employment, you've got a decent job, and the cost of living B. And it's got to be when you move homes, it's got to be affordable from A to B. Simple. If you can afford to move, you will move. So if your job's pretty good, mortgage rates are a little bit easier, that's an encouraging sign for the housing market. So, we're grateful. We've had a really brisk start to the year, and I have to thank every new client of mine, because we can't do it without you. But we've got some interesting stock, and it's amazing, and we've got interesting stuff. So you're still going to see me out and about with my video tours, promoting properties and connecting people to properties. That's what we do. We bring the barriers down, and we want to be as helpful and as informative as we can, because what you should then see on the tin is what you're going to buy. But I have got some really good things happening. I see some really encouraging signs, and people are actually listening, and I think that's really good, because as a buyer, you're going to have a bit more confidence, and as a seller, the same too. So that's my message. Let's keep up the good work. We'll keep an eye on things. We'll give you the actual ratios. But like I said, with that sales across the UK up by about 14.8%, it's a lot better than last year. There's a bit more encouragement as well, because this spring and summer market is going to be important to a lot of people, and I can see a lot of people moving around the UK. Melksham being a great place, it's very diverse, and all the surrounding areas. If you've got any questions, or you've got any property related questions you want to ask me, feel free to give me a nudge. And if you need your property valued, obviously give us a call, and we'll be able to help you with informed decisions, making the right choice, and then allowing you to make the right choices for yourself. Anyway guys, hope you've enjoyed that, and we'll be back in a few weeks.